Hello, I'm Ken Carpenter, and this is Invest AI Savvy, where AI powers smart investing. Happy Monday, March 30th, 2026. Today's signal of the day is patience. The market is selling off, and BuzzPulse says this is not the day to chase alpha. Let me show you why and what I'm watching for when the turn comes. And before we start, BuzzPulse is a social intelligence tool. Everything you hear today is data and commentary, not investment advice. I'm not sure if a financial advisor. Make sure you do your own research before you put any money forward on these investments. So anyway, let's start with the numbers that matter. SPY down 1.71%, QQQ down 1.95%, IWM down 1.75%. This is a broad sell-off hitting growth harder than value, but nobody's having a good day. The VIX is sitting at 30.9, up 18% over the past 5 days. That's a high fear regime when violent moves in both directions are your baseline expectation. Oil just topped $100 a barrel on reports that U.S. troops could enter Iran to seize uranium stockpiles. More than a month into the Iran conflict, geopolitical risk is no longer theoretical. It's pricing into everything. This is not a dip buying environment. This is a risk management environment. BuzzPulse tracked 107 surge alerts this morning, and the dominant narrative category is other at 44 of 50 top signals, meaning this is social chatter and speculation, not earnings or macro catalyst driven. Collective sentiment across the top 20 assets averages plus 0.10. That's tepid, not conviction in either direction. Market attention is split evenly between crypto and equities, 7 crypto and 10 equity assets in the top 20, but crypto's generating cleaner momentum signals with 37 of 50 tracked assets showing confirmed momentum. The surge activity we're seeing today is scattered. No single narrative is driving the tape, which makes the high Z-score signals less reliable than usual. When the crowd doesn't know what it wants, neither should you. Now let's talk sector action. Energy is holding up better than the rest of the market, with oil crossing $100. XOM showing institutional accumulation as Cathmere Capital Management picked up shares. Financials and consumer discretionary are getting hit hardest as rate uncertainty and demand fears collide. Tech is bleeding, with Apple down on 2 critical security exploits affecting iPhone and iPad users. Karuna and Darksword are the names, adding reputational pressure on top of a risk-off tape. Amazon is flashing a divergence signal, down 4% in 24 hours, with an IV rank at 100. Options are maximally expensive, and someone placed unusual activity in the March 30th $185 call, showing 10 volume against just 3 open interests. That's a short-dated directional bet into weakness. Someone thinks this sell-off is overdone, but they're risking premium in the most expensive options environment possible. Palantir is down 3%, yet carries the second highest sentiment score in equity names at plus 0.37 and just landed on an institutional defense watch list for April. That price sentiment divergence is worth monitoring for a potential bounce setup, but not today. On the contrarian watch list, BuzzPulse flagged 9 divergence signals where price and social sentiment are moving in opposite directions. Amazon, Tesla, Meta, Google, DJT, AMC, the Dow Jones ETF, Orbs, and IWM. In a VIX 30 environment, those gaps tend to close fast and violently. These are names to watch, not buy today. The setup model wants to see capitulation volume, a VIX spike above 35, and stabilization in at least 2 of the 3 major indices before any of these become actionable. Right now, they're just names that are hated, and hated become more hated before it gets love. Crypto is the one corner of the market showing coordinated social momentum despite Bitcoin dominance sitting at 56.1%, up 1.4% in 24 hours. That means altcoins are fighting a mild headwind from Bitcoin consolidation. Solana leads Lunar Crush rankings with the Galaxy score of 66 and an alt rank 2. Sentiment is plus 0.24, the highest combination of buzz intensity and positive sentiment in the top 10. Ether is at a Galaxy 67 and alt rank 1. Link is at a Galaxy 73 and an alt rank 9. All three are showing coordinated social momentum that reinforces BuzzPulse Z-score signals. Lunar Crush also cross-confirmed HBAR at Z-score 8.3, the highest raw surge score in the entire run, though Galaxy score of 44 and alt rank 41 suggests social conviction is building, but not yet confirmed at the top tier. A decisive Bitcoin move above current consolidation levels with sustained alt rank improvement would be the catalyst that shifts this from a scattered attention regime to a genuine risk on crypto cycle. We're not there yet. Here's what would change the picture. I'm watching for the VIX to spike above 35 and then reverse. That's capitulation. I'm watching for at least two of the three major indices to hold a prior support level and close off the lows of the session. And I'm watching for Bitcoin to reclaim 60,000 with volume and hold it for 48 hours. And I'm watching for options IV rate to compress below 75 on at least three of the Mag 7 names. That means fear is leaving the building. Until those four conditions are met, any bounce is a relief rally inside a downtrend, not a regime change. One pump warning today: SHLD and OTC equity surged on conspiracy theory promotion about AI and behavioral manipulation. Legitimacy is questionable, sentiment is speculative, and OTC names always get worse on red days when retail is panicking. Stay away. Remember, BuzzPulse tells you what the market is talking about and whether that attention is unusual. It does not tell you to buy or sell anything. That's your call. I'm Kent Carpenter. This is Invest AI Savvy, and that's the way it is.